The surgery, is there still some development in the arm?
Oh, well, I think pitchers are developing all the time. Even if you didn't have surgery, this game is such a it's a, not only is it a year-end thing, it's a daily thing that you're trying to harness your mechanics. You're trying to be able to get that consistent release point, being able to do it in an environment that the SEC brings. So it's an ongoing thing. Obviously, the more times you're out there and you're in that type of environment, the more comfortable you get in knowing who you are as a pitcher. And I think he learned some valuable things from last year through the course of the season. And I think he's ready for the task to take the ball and to be the guy that we're counting on big time.
Coach Mainieri hinted at the fact that y'all might decide on a closer before you decide who might take the ball on Sundays. Is that kind of a shared philosophy, and why would y'all go that way first?
Yeah, I think that all in all we're looking to see who's going to fit in those roles that you talked about. Who's going to be that Sunday starter and who's going to be that closer. Those are two areas that we lost a starter last year and we lost our closer, so you got to fill those spots. But just as important to me as that closing role is those 6th, 7th, 8th innings. You got to get to the 9th. So those innings, those middle innings, they're huge. So I think once we establish who that closer is going to be, then that just gives everybody else that sense of knowing where they might fit into the bullpen, and that just makes your staff that much stronger.
Talk about a couple of the new guys. Russell Reynolds is a freshman that looked pretty good in the fall, and then also Will LaMarche is a guy I think y'all are expecting to be a pretty big contributor.
Yeah, Russell's obviously a local kid here from Baton Rouge, and Russell he came in, and a lot of times freshmen come in and there's that wow factor of just you're going from a high school level to college level. There's a lot of things that's thrown at you from school to getting accustomed to the conditioning, the whole thing. It's just a big thing for freshmen to come in. But I was really pleased with how Russell came in, embraced that, had some very nice outings in the fall. He's got a lot of ability, and we're looking for him to do some good things for us. And again, the opportunities, they present themselves. Obviously, the kids have to go out and perform to get an opportunity to get the ball again. But I think he's up for the challenge. Will LaMarche is a big arm that we got from the junior college. And the same thing, even though Will has pitched 2 years of junior college, it's still a different environment. And I think early on he was trying to feel his way through, and as we saw the middle innings in the fall, we saw flashes of what Will LaMarche can bring, and thus far, starting the preseason, I'm really pleased with how he's throwing the ball in the early going.
He's a power arm, LaMarche. Does it look like it fits better in the bullpen, or maybe we try to stretch him out a little bit in the midweek?
Obviously the type pitcher and the demeanor that he brings, he is an aggressive guy, and his stuff plays right now that you look at that he sets up probably for a bullpen guy. And here's a guy that is probably a year and a half removed from Tommy John surgery also. Still increasing the innings and things like that. But again, I think guys put themselves in roles, and that's the thing that Coach Mainieri and I have preached to the guys that your role is when we give you the ball to go out and get the job done, whether it's 1 inning, 1 out, whatever it is, just do what we're asking you to do. And I think that was one of the things I was pleased last year with our guys, that they bought into that philosophy, and that it's a team-oriented philosophy, and that excites me from our guys in the bullpen.